All right, guys. How we all doing tonight? Just got done over on Fatal's stream talking about the changes to territory war and a bunch of stuff, topics all over the place. Oh, man. It's so much fun. They get together such good groups of people, smart players from all across the game, and talk about these topics, man. It's a blast. It's really a lot of fun. So if people didn't catch that, go over to his channel, check that out, and take a listen to it if you want to hear some more stuff about how people are perceiving the territory war changes and what y'all can expect. Let's see who we got on chat over here. We got Joey the Goat. Congrats on the C-Rex. Hey, thanks, man. Mr. Rice is in here. Dust Canyon. We've got Andre Passati saying greetings. Jason Crowlick's here. Let's get real. Hello. Have a visitor in my studio here.
I didn't realize you were still on. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. All right. We got... That's a name I haven't seen. Train OG. Good day, DL. It's going good. Going good. The Kyber Club stream was enjoyable. Thanks, Ken. How's your day been? Good. It's been a busy day. Fun stuff going on at the house. Fun stuff going on in the game. Even got to watch my daughter play a little Diablo 3 today. So that was fun. Maybe she's a burgeoning gamer. Come hang out with the rest of us. Adam's in the house. Area 501st is here. Saw the sea stuff. Yeah, nice. Is that Darth Treya? Yeah. She was bringing me some food. So, how sweet is that? Have the food delivered right to your studio. Check me out. I got a big plate of meatloaf to get through. Maybe I'll wait till the stream is done, or maybe I'll sit here smelling it and get too hungry to be able to get through it. It's around Halloween time, so we got to eat a lot of squash too. Seasonal vegetables. Living the dream. Yeah, living the dream. That's awesome. All right, so we hit the sea requirements. I told you guys that I would do another stream tonight, and we would hit a few more rounds of that first event for the sea journey. We only did it once on stream yesterday, and it feels to me like we must have got pretty lucky because we just cruised through that thing like it was no problem. So we'll take a look at that. And depending on how things go, we might stick our toe in the water on the second one. The second phase uses Anakin, if I remember correctly. And I remember that being super easy. I didn't even remod him. I just went in there and beat it. Yeah, we need Anakin. So my mods on Anakin are okay-ish. Let's take a look. We've got 26 speed offense mod here, 21 speed here. The rest of them aren't quite that good. We've got health with speed. We've got potency here because I like potency. This isn't a very good mod. Do we have other offense mods that are good? We have an offense with offense and a bunch of crit chance. We don't need potency for the event, so if we try that event today, I may swap this mod out, put some more offense on him, leave the potency behind for the moment. But other than that, I think my mods on Anakin are okay. I don't remember that event being hard at all. I think I just cruised through it on the last one. So maybe I'm making some bold assumptions, but I feel like it's a walkover. So we'll take a look at that too. I think you do have to have some speed on him though. I think taking enough turns is important. It's definitely fall outside. I got my crock pot ready for soups and chili. All right, nice Nick Wilson. Yeah, that's insane. You're doing it with no Sidious Zeta. Yeah, I think I can get through it. I'm probably going to drop some. I don't think I can get through it you know, without dropping a few. But if I can save the Zeta, it's worth dropping a few. Hey DL, God tier mods. Lol says God tier mods. I don't know about God tier. My mods are okay. I just used my Vader mods, right, and put a crit avoidance on there. That's pretty much all I did. Max's leadership for some more offense, I think. Oh, right, because he is the leader when he's in the lead. I got you. If he's the only character, his leadership counts. What do I have on him for leadership? Did I do level 7? Yeah, it's only 3 Omegas. I can do that. So, yeah, good call, man. I wouldn't have thought of that. Since he's the only character in that event, he will be using his own leadership. So, yeah, we can go give him another little bump on leadership. Sounds fair. I think the big thing is you can't use your big smash first. You have to use a basic first. Let Mace burn his skill that removes your buffs. Then you can do the big smash, and then you can hit him a couple times real hard, and it's over. I feel like that's how it went. So we'll take a look at it. Did you do the 50 and 100 refreshes already today? Nope. I just did the 50 refreshes yesterday. I'll probably just do the 50 refreshes today. I don't like doing the 100 refreshes because it's inefficient. And again, I'm probably more patient than a lot of people, so I might do the 100s for the stream, but I won't typically be doing the 100s. Somebody told me not to do the hard nodes, but I feel like I have to do my normal hard mode farms too, because I gotta get Bo-Katan going. I can't ignore my ships, so we gotta keep that stuff going. So I think Bo-Katan is a hard mode farm. I think this is, nope, that's light side. Is it the Hyena Bomber? Maybe it's the Hyena that's dark side. Yeah, so I can still farm a couple of my ships, so I'm gonna do that. And it looks like 1-to-1. It looks like you get 5 tokens. You get 1 for every run you take on hard mode. So maybe it's not the most efficient thing, but I think that's the only... I got one more dark side farm to do, but I'll do that from here. And again, this is just so people can see how I'm farming for it, in case they want to copy what I'm doing on their own Sith journey at some point. We need these for getting C himself to gear 13, so I have to farm those anyway. So I'll do those 3 hard nodes, and then I'll just do the rest of my refreshes here, and we'll try to get a bunch of these. I like to do them 2 at a time, but for the sake of the stream, I'm not going to waste your time with my little... oh, that was good. 10 out of 12. Look at that. Look at that. Let's do the 100s too, just see how many tickets we can rack up. Only 6 there. We're up to 86. 7 here. So it looks like 50%, and I just caught the high side of the 50% on that one run. 9, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We got 102. All right, so let's get in there, and let's try some more runs on this journey. I got to stall a little bit, though, guys. I do have to stall a little bit right here because I'm seeing a lot of people join, and I'm not seeing a lot of like buttons being hit. So just a friendly reminder, if you're checking out the channel, if you could do me the courtesy of giving a whack to that like button, it helps me, helps the channel, helps more people see these videos and my beginner guides, and maybe we can help more people get good accounts going. So how many of these do we have to do? We have, where can I see that? Tier 1. Does it say anywhere how many times I have to play this? I feel like there's a counter somewhere, right? Am I missing it? 10 shards. I feel like I have to play this 8 times, but I don't see anywhere in here that says that. Huh. Oh well. Go down and you'll see how many times you receive the rewards. Okay, I just got to scroll down. 8 times rewards only. Okay, so it is 8 times. That's what it is. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. 4 for the 25s and 2 for the 50s. You have to scroll down. Okay. How worth do you think the R8 mats are in the weeklies? So, Isaac, I mean, my opinion on that is if you have access to the Heroic Rancor, I would think it would be a complete waste of time, because once you get arrow magnifiers from the Rancor, the thing that's holding you back is the impulse detectors that you have to make yourself. And so that's what I would say. But if you don't have access to those materials at all, and you really want to relegate, let's say, for instance, you want Kenobi, then that's the way you're going to get them. So it's an access thing. If you have access to them some other way, don't worry about it. But if that's the only way that you can get them, it's not horrible. Okay, so let's get on in there and see. All right, I clicked the button. What's happening? Why can't I get in? All right, here we go. Sidious with his unlimited power. Let's see if we can get another good clean run like we got last time here. 15 tickets down the drain. Let's accuse them of treason real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay, area effect. Looking for some exposes. Got it. Trigger his expose. He dies from the area effect. This is going precisely like it did last time, except we didn't get an expose on him this time. Okay, let's hit him again. Oh, dodged. Do the area effect again. Look for some exposes. No exposes again. All right, 15 stacks on that Mace Windu. That's not looking good. 17 stacks. All right, we got to live. Just regular hit. Okay. Okay, we got him. I think we only would have had 1 or 2 turns maybe left if we didn't die. So that was a lot closer than the first time. He dodged a couple times. We didn't get the exposes on, so that was a much harder battle for us. I see that we're bringing back this joke. Raging Clayton says, congrats on C-Rex. Thanks, man. Mr. Rice says, does any node give you the tickets for your GL event? Dark side. So every dark side node. If you're working on a dark side GL, you got to farm dark side. If you're working light side GL, then you got to get these off the light side. So, yeah, half the game is off limits until we get C unlocked. Because while I'm not afraid to make it take a little more time on efficiency, I'm certainly not going to farm light side stuff and put myself that far behind. All right. Did you have the Zeta on Sidious on your other account? Yes. Yes, on my other account I did. I tried to mod up Sidious as best I could, and I failed twice in a row. The first 2 battles that I fought, I failed on. But I had an accuracy arrow instead of a crit avoidance arrow. So maybe I wasn't fast enough, or maybe I just got bad RNG. But after dropping 2 battles in a row with no experience for the event whatsoever, I was just like, Zeta, go, don't care. Just want to get it. So yeah, I did drop the Zeta on my main account. Trying real hard not to on this. All right, let's get on in there. Let's see if we can get another round done with Sidious. Round 3. Fight. In the name of the Galactic Republic, you're a traitor. Let's get through this. All right. Area effect again. All right, we did get an expose over here. I'm going to go ahead and proc that expose. Even though this guy's a healer, I don't want to give away that expose. Okay. Let's hit him again. Dodged. Now in our next area effect, hopefully we'll kill that guy. No exposes again. This game does not want us to have exposes on these guys. Alright, so now we got Kit Fisto to deal with. He's got 20 stacks. If he hits me again, I'm done. Oh boy. I think I dodged him while he had 20 stacks. I think by all rights, I should not have won that round right there. He had 20 stacks and I dodged him. So I think I dodged a bullet right there. Woo! Are you swapping your hard node farms that are on light side nodes while doing this event? Are you swapping your hard node farms? So I'm just going to do the 2 ships that I can farm from dark side, and we'll do, for right now, we're doing Nihilus because we need those binoculars. We need 150 of them. So we'll do the hard nodes that make sense while we're getting the Sith Eternal Emperor. What's your potency percentage on Sidious? It was 90, I think. I think we were at 90. Let me check here. We don't have a potency mod set. We just have a potency on the cross. So we're just over 90, 90.2. I think we had a couple mods that had some potency on them, like, 1% there. One of these other mods had some potency on it. So we've got some substats. This has a good potency substat. So we were able to pick. We just took Vader's mods, right? Vader wants potency anyway. So over time, we've been working these mods on Vader that have potency on them anyway. So we just used Vader as the base set, and we were in good shape. So yeah, I mean, if you had another 10, 15% potency, I think we'd get a lot more exposes. But that's what we got. Doing the best we can with what we got. Hey, Griff is in the house. Hey, Griff. General Keon says you dodged everything. Sidious dodges so much. Leadership ability. He gains. Oh no, is his passive? Maybe it's his passive. He has plus 35% evasion against Jedi. So yeah, that's why you dodge so much, is because Sidious specifically dodges basically a third of all the attacks from Jedi. So, not that it's good, but in this particular event, that works out to be a pretty important little ability for Mr. Sidious. All right, you guys said you want to do the second tier just for funsies. It's 30 for this battle. I think probably we should swap out to this offense. We lose a little bit of speed, but we gain offense and a bunch of crit chance. All right, we'll do that. Gives us 79% crit chance. Not ideal. Crit damage. This is just speed, right? What's our speed at? 276. That should be enough. I'm being pretty casual about this, but I feel like this wasn't hard. All right, let's get in there. Let's throw down our 30 tokens. And I can't remember. There's a way to tell if he's doing a basic or the special. Let's see. So we hit him with a basic first. I think that was his special, right? So then we just smack him in the head, and that's it. Yeah. So that's what I remember. You got to let him do his special first and try to remove your buffs before you put your buffs on yourself. Phase 3, I'm going to need to swap Sidious's mods back to Vader. So we're not going to do this until we're done with Phase 1. when we're done with phase 1, then we'll swap those mods back, and then we'll be able to do phase 3. But yeah, I don't want to waste time up there until I get my mods back on Vader. How many phase 3 battles are needed? 2, I think, right? Oh, it's 3 rewards, 3 times. So we got to go 3 times through that at 60 each. So I'll keep saving up. I'll save up my tickets and try to, entertain you guys with these runs through. We can do a couple more of Sidious here. See if we can continue the streak. We've got, 3 without dropping one so far? Will you unlock Maul on your main account after this conquest? Yeah, well, I should. I mean, I don't have the red box locked in, of course. There's a week left to go, but I believe that I'll get the red box. Okay. I've got the damage over times on him. I can't waste a lot of time. I mean, I've got the healing immunity on him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over here, and I'm going to let him go and get him killed with the next area effect. Like this. Okay. Then we'll go back to him. Got our health back. We got 2 hits to kill him. There's 1. There's 2. Oh, he's only at 19, so we would have had 1 more hit. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, yeah, at that point we had... I keep forgetting it's not timed, so I could actually just stop and talk in the middle of it if I wanted to, and it doesn't cost me anything. But at the moment where we had healing immunity on that guy and he was almost dead, you know that you're going to kill him with your next area effect attack. You know that he can't get healing because he's got the healing immunity on him. So that saves us a turn. We don't have to go back and attack him again because he's going to stay at that life and we're going to be able to kill him. So saving that turn probably gets you through the battle. So these are close. I mean, I'm more worried about Mace getting to his stacks than I am about dying at this point. I don't think we've come close to dying. Let's jump in there for another round. And then I think that'll be it for us for this stream on what we can do. Try to take this one a little slower. All right. It's being cheap with the exposes, though, I tell you what. I really want to proc the exposes, but I really don't want this character getting out of control either. All right, let's proc the expose over here. And let's proc the expose back here. And then let's switch up to here. And hopefully we can kill 2 with this. Oh, no, he died just from the damage over times. He'll die. This character will die the next time he takes a turn from the damage over times. So we can come back here to the back, proc this expose, kill him. And it's another victory in the bag. So guys, this is looking pretty good. This is looking good. No Zeta on the Sidious. And we've got 5 victories with no dropped tokens. So I'm going to say that if you guys want to be able to do it with no Zeta, these stats apparently are good enough. I think the speed is really a big key. I think the potency is really a big key. Probably the most important things. Getting this speed up fast enough so that you get enough turns in before Mace gets his turns in is critical. So if you said I can match all those stats, but I'm only at 270 speed or 260 speed or something like that, then I think you'll lose. I think you'll lose this matchup. I feel like I've heard somewhere that 280, I think Griff said the other night 290 is the cutoff. So you got to make him fast. You got to have enough potency to stick the debuffs, and you got to have critical damage. And then I think, I mean, I can't tell how much good it's doing us having a crit avoidance, but we're not dying, so that probably is a good bet to put crit avoidance up here as well. So just to refresh the mods, what we've got on him is speed, potency, health. Speed, and then just good substats here. This one's really, I think this mod is absolutely fantastic. This will be a great candidate for 7-dot mods when they come out with 7-dot mods, because every stat here I want on a Vader mod for you know, this event. Potency, offense, crit chance, speed. It's about as good as it gets, boys. I guess if the crit chance was replaced by flat offense, we might be better in some cases, but that's about the best mod you can ask for. And I don't mind at all that it's a defense mod main stat, or actually defense set mod. Here we've got speed, we got a bunch of tenacity that's not doing us any good. Potency, of course, on the cross. Crit damage here. Mediocre speed. This isn't really that great of a mod, but it's the best we got for the job right now. And then the crit avoidance arrow, of course. So that's what we're looking like, and we're 5-0 so far, so that's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. 315 tickets worth of stuff to go. I'll take your word for it, Joey. Sounds good to me. 2 weeks. So when I think to myself, how long is it going to take to unlock C? I mean, I just think to myself, it's going to be like 10 to 14 days, somewhere in there. That's what I remember from the first time around. And I know you can push it and probably get it unlocked in like 5 or 6 days if you spend the 50s and spend the 100s and just like really do everything you can to get tickets. But if I could do that, then I wouldn't be getting him to gear 13 anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no rush to get him until I also have the gear that I need for him to get him to gear 13. That's the key, right? You want to unlock him and just take him straight up. I'm not sure how good a gear 11C would be, and I kind of feel like that's not interesting to try out. So, I mean, maybe some people, but again, if I think, like, should I have done something different to try to hoard his gear? Well, the reason I knew I was out of those binoculars is because Krennic and the Royal Guard both needed so many of these things, it was crazy. So I used them all up. So there's no way that I could have hoarded gear and been ready for C's gear 13 in addition to relicking all those other characters. I'd be on the exact same timeline. So, yeah. But you have to make your own decisions. So people watching this thinking about what they're going to do for their own account, man, when I get to that GL, I'm going to drop the hundreds and get it as soon as possible. Yeah, do whatever you want. You know, I'm doing this my way. I'm sharing my thoughts and opinions with y'all, and you can do it your way when you get around to your Galactic Legend. All right, I think we're back. I show a green light. I show that we're back. I don't know how much you guys got affected by that, but temporarily out of service. So Cancel Culture says he's on a study break hanging out. That's cool. Finally unlocked gas last night. That's great. Congrats on getting gas. What's the most important Zeta on a CLS team? You know, Griff can answer that. Somebody else can answer that. I have 0 Zetas on my CLS. I think his leadership is what you want, right? That's the one that gives you turn meter for resisting debuffs. So I think that's the most important one. But if Griff is still hanging out in the channel, he can verify that for sure. If you're talking the most important Zeta on the whole team, maybe 3PO and Chewie, because that stat sharing is monstrous, right? Let's go over and take a look at 3PO and Chewie. Yeah. Or wait, no. His Zeta is actually the Rage, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, if his Zeta is the Rage, then that's fine. That's no problem. So then you have Han, Chewie. Who else you got in that team? So yeah, check out my CLS team has no Zetas. When an enemy resists a debuff, then they gain 5% turn meter. Feels like that would be the most important one. All right, my previous question, will you have C before week 52? And will you go straight to relics on unlock? Well, I'll have... No, I don't think so. We have... Well... As of right now, we have 7 days. Man, now that you said that. Now that you said that. As of right now, we have 7 days. Because the 24th of October is the day that I started the account. So the 24th will be my birthday on this account for 1 year. And could I get C in 7 days? I could. If I spent the 100 refreshes every day, I'm pretty sure I could get him within 7 days. Man, why'd you have to say that? Now you got me thinking about that. I might want to try to go for it. C needs alt along with the relics. Yeah, C definitely needs the alt. He's kind of weak without the alt. Is there anyone you plan on building along with C, or is it straight to JMK after that? I feel like it's going to be similar to what I did on C, right? So we're going to go for Kenobi, but I'm probably going to relic this Mon Mothma, probably going to relic this Queel, probably going to relic this Gideon. I might relic this Fives. So there's going to be, let's say, 3 or 4 other characters. In my C journey, I did 3 characters that weren't part of the journey. I did Nest, I did Spy, I did Snowtrooper. So we did three people that weren't part of the journey. So it'll be the same thing. There'll probably be 3 or 4 guys that I work on that aren't part of the journey, as kind of a bridge. Yeah. Mon Mothma, I really want to try building her team with her as a relic, the 3 Cassian's U-Wing pilots, so Jyn Erso, Cassian, and K2, and then Chupio in that team, spreading her stats 20% a second time across the team. And I feel like even with garbage characters in her team, just by sharing her stats with her leadership, sharing them again with Chupio, that team is going to be a killer. Same thing with Queel, one-man team. Same thing with Fives, one-man team. Build up the clones and put a bunch of clones behind a relic, 5 or 7 Fives. And then Gideon, so I have my full trooper team for the Rancor. So yeah, I think there'll be some stabilizing. I'm undecided on this armorer. If you build her, you pretty much have to relic her to go along with C. I'm not sure if I can beat SLKRs without her. So it's a bit, yeah, I may have to build her too. So we'll see. We'll see how all this goes. We'll see how many teams I need and how I'm doing in Grand Arena. But yeah, we'll get on to that other journey, but maybe a few other bridge characters as well. Isn't Chewie's Zeta pretty important? Best Zeta is Han's Zeta. Han's and Chewie's. Why not the Omegas on CLS? Griff says the Zeta order for the CLS team is IBAT. Chewie loyal friend, Han, C-3PO, CLS lead, Chupio if relic otherwise wait, And CLS Learn Control, and then Chewie Raging Wookiee. IBAT. Man. I should know what IBAT is, but that's eluding me. Got to look at the team here and figure it out. It binds all things. Okay, so it binds all things whenever Luke resists a detrimental effect, he recovers protection. When he inflicts a debuff, he gains turn meter. That's the most important Zeta, huh? Huh. All right. Well, there you go. So yeah, Luke is unfinished business. I relicked him and then just kind of never finished the team. And I've always needed Zetas for something else. I have Zetas right now, but I'm also building Rey, and I need to have my Zetas for Rey, so I don't want to put them on everybody right now. So yeah, I just haven't finished the team. IBAT is the new Apple product. Smack that fool with the IBAT. Nice. It's like an iPad, but for baseball. So you're saying the sound is out of sync? All right. Is the sound out of sync for everybody, or is it just for one person? If the sound's out of sync for everybody, I can just restart the stream. I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to fix it. Oh, it's good now? You could apply Zetas, but you'll need C-3PO for a proper team. I'm going to eat a little bit of this meatloaf. It smells way too good. Sitting here sniffing it the whole time. It's fine for you guys? All right. Okay, so that got fixed. I can chew right on top of the microphone. If you guys like ASMR, I could ASMR it and just give you chewing sounds for like 5 minutes. My daughter loves ASMR. She listens to it like all the time and puts on like ASMR stuff when she goes to sleep. I don't get it, but some people say it's very soothing, so. We can take a look at the discs that I have in Conquest now. We got the Deadly Catalyst. And for anybody who watched that video, I was struggling to pick between that and Booming Voice. And then a couple of nodes later, we got the Booming Voice disc after all. So we can play around with that later on if we need it for completing feats or something. But the loadout that I'm using right now, Ruthless Offense twice, which stacks with this Deadly Catalyst, and my offense goes crazy pretty quickly. Health Recovery, Entrenched for some extra health at the start of the turn. And then Vitality gives me extra health, so that health goes on, and then I get the protection up. So those are my defensive discs, and then we've got the recovery for health and protection, and then just stacking offense. So it's a bit of everything. And then the steadfast focus here, I like that against certain teams. Like if you have to fight Bad Batch, avoiding that daze at the beginning of the battle is pretty useful. So I keep that on. Tell me in the chat what your guys' favorite disc is. You know, you see me always going for stacking offense. The first thing I'm worried about is always trying to stack up my offense and get that running. What do you guys think of that? You think that's the right move, or do you guys have a different strategy that's effective? Ending up here would actually be good. Would actually be good to end up here. So let's try this gas battle. And let's just go with Padme. And see if I can bully my way through this gas. Griff says, I miss the deployable cooling systems. Ray says, what does ignore 30% protection even mean? What it means is that if I was to do 50,000 damage, 30% of it hits the actual character's health. You're not going to be able to see it on this battle against Skywalker because he's the only one that can lose health. But on a normal battle, you would have saw all 5 of those characters lose health. So this is a this is a very bad matchup to try to showcase that catalyst. You'll see it in a future battle, but yeah, right here we're gonna have a hard time stacking it up because he can't go below 100% health, and neither can his clones. So, and we may not be able to beat this cleanly. If we can't beat it cleanly, I'll back out of it, and then we'll go through the bottom. All right, so we got him down. Now we got to look for 5s. Now, you see that? His protection's not all gone, but we did a bunch of damage to 5's health. So that's how that catalyst works. Oh, man, we're about to lose Kenobi here. Yeah. We do not have what it takes to get through this. Okay, I think we just might have to go through bottom. Might just have to go through bottom. Can't always get what you want. This is an okay route. We'll have to beat the Bad Batch. Against this team, I think I prefer Vader. Let's look at feats. Do I have a feat that I can complete here? Flawless victories, marked, and days. Flawless victories, marked, and days. Now we have a team that can do marked, right? So let's try a team that can do marked. Super demotivated this conquest. I'm only doing normal. I got box 6 last time, box 7. Gonna get box 4 and not do it anymore. I did the same in the disc that gives offense for each debuff on an ally or enemy. Comes in clutch with Empire and the Vader team. Alright, let's see. Let's do this because probably counterattacks. And why are we going first on Veers? I feel I don't have a leader's resolve, do I? Don't think I do. Just do a single target damage here. Let's go ahead and drain it and just get rid of their turn meter. And then we're going to hit Wat Tambor over here. We'll do this big assist on him, see if we can get him down. Area effect. Do that. Trigger the stagger. Alright, so we got losing no units, and that was 1 instance of marked. Yay, we should have 2 marked now. Yay, 2 marked. Got to play a lot with the troopers on this one to get that feat done. It's weird, but it counts when you mark your own guys. So I get my mark from Piet marking my own guy. All right. Let's see what we can do here. If you get multiple stacking offense and fill the rest with buff discs, my Anakin was cranking out 500k after a few turns on my Padme team. It lets me clear every time against the GLs. Yep. Sounds familiar. All right, let's do the big smash. Just get rid of some buffs. Let's try to take out Sabine first. With Deadly Catalyst, because you hit their health, I mean, you can see how many offense boosts we got with just that one attack. We're hitting so hard, like one turn into the game. Should be able to just one-shot Bo-Katan now. Oh, not quite. But yeah, just the damage goes through the roof, and you can get a couple characters out of there. But even against like Phoenix, they hit so hard that even if you ramp your damage, if you don't have some defensive discs, like they'll kill you in one hit. All right, there we go. That's a victory. Put it in the books. It's great because any attack deals health damage and you get... Oh, it's a crow said something here. I lucked out and got 2 deadly catalysts. Wow. 2 deadly catalysts. Yeah, and that stacks like crazy. Andre Passati says, I don't understand this mod system, but early event, my R5 Vader was doing 3 million damage after the first round of attacks. Yeah, if you've got the stacking, the discs that stack offense, you do Merciless Massacre, you go around the whole field, he's stacking every time he takes a turn. You can get crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. All right, so we've got Anakin or Mon Mothma. Probably take the Mon Mothma. Nothing up here that's exciting, so I don't feel bad going through here. We got a Bo-Katan team on the other side, so we won't get trapped. All right, let's go in here. We could probably just do it with Enfys Nest. Clear it out. Get on to the next zone. Oh, no. Never mind. She can't counterattack. This team is immune to counterattacks. Let's have some fun. I'm just going to waste some energy just to entertain you guys. Yeah, I'll show you something fun. So with the Deadly Catalyst, if you dump that and you put in the Booming Voice instead so that everybody assists in the leader slot, I have so much fun with this disc with Vader. It's hilarious. Let's see if we can put together this team with Vader. I think I still have it built in my Conquest tab somewhere. Yeah, so this team. So we'll bring in this team against Mon Mothma. And then when Vader does his Merciless Massacre, they all get to go, and the stuns just go crazy. It's fantastic. We'll just do a basic here for the fun of it. All right, and then we really need to get a turn. We could have put Thrawn in here too. I feel like I had Thrawn in the other version of this team. All right, let us get a turn sometime. You know what? I should put Sith Marauder in the lead. Then he just takes all of his turns. Okay, Merciless Massacre, everybody assist. And then we do Force Crush, everybody assists. And then we do an attack, everybody assists. So the damage is just going crazy. Every time we do this, we're ramping up damage every time we get somebody below 100%. We don't have the Catalyst anymore, so it's not going quite as crazy as it did before. But you can see we're getting them below 100%. We'll do this. We'll save the lightsaber toss for the end. And then we should be able to get a kill with that. And there we go. Everybody's stunned. Pile in. Finish it off. I just think that combo is funny. It's entertaining because you just have so much control. You just keep attacking and stunning everybody and taking turns, and it's pretty silly. Get some good control. Okay, defense penetration, heal over time. This is the only disc we don't own, so we'll just go ahead and take that. I'm gonna backtrack. I think there's actually a boss that I want to use this on. Let's use that same team here, but let's swap out for Thrawn and go in and see if we can somehow get 3 consecutive kills, or 3 kills at the same time. I think that's what we got to do here, right? All right, let's see how far we can get Vader ramped up on damage, or Maul. If we could get Maul ramped up, that might be good. Alrighty, give me a turn. Quit killing my guys. Alright, all my skills are on cooldown. Is Vader going to be on cooldown too? That would be inconvenient. Alright, here we go. We got a daze on the Marauder though. That's inconvenient. Alright, we're not getting enough damage on these guys to do anything. Holy cow. Alright. Got a lot of stuns, but other than that, didn't do us much good. Gotta get damage ramping here, guys. Come on. Stuck behind this taunt for a day and a half. I felt like we would get more damage ramping, but I guess without that catalyst. Maybe we'll have to put the catalyst and the booming voice both on. Alright, we'll get Merciless Massacre again next time we go, which is now. Let's target her first. Target him with the Force Crush. Alright, there we go. We got into his health. We stacked some damage right there. Let's throw the lightsaber just to get damage stacking. Alright. I think Vader's the only one with an area effect now, right? I think everybody else has lost their area effect. And unfortunately, I don't have Vader's leadership zeted, so we don't get to keep stacking debuffs forever. Alright, he's a good candidate for stacking our damage though, so we're stacking. Stuck behind her again now. Wow. This damage ramping is not according to plan. Not working as intended. Let's go over here. Okay. Come on. He's got all of his stacks up again. Going crazy, taking 15 turns in a row. No, don't think we're going to get it. Don't think we're going to get it. Yeah, that catalyst makes too much of a difference. Well, that's unfortunate. So no supports, 3 enemies in the same turn. Yeah, I think toward the end of this Conquest run, I'll probably swap out to both discs just to do feats. I'll leave it this way for now. Actually, I'll go back to the catalyst. And we'll mess around with booming voice later. It's fun though. I just wanted to show you guys how entertaining that is to do with Vader. Run everybody across there. Alright, catch up on chat over here. In the discussion on Fatal's show, good old Maurice mentioned that the CG might be moving towards an esport aspect of the game. What are your thoughts on that? I think it's fantastic. I think if they can get some kind of viewership esport going on, it's a revenue stream. The more money they can make doing other things could potentially lead them to take their foot off our neck a little bit as players and not force the spending quite as much. Probably too much to hope for in that regard. But I'm shocked at how much time people are willing to spend watching content. I know for myself, I watched a lot of videos before I had a channel, and even now that I have a channel, I have less time for it, but I still watch other people's GACs, and so I consume the content. And if they could find a way to esport that and monetize that, I would watch it. I think people would watch it. I think people who love Star Wars would be entertained by it. The problem with making an esport out of a game, if you look at League of Legends, it's one of the most, let's say, successful esport. It's been going on for a long time successfully. But if you've never played League of Legends, if you don't actually understand what the game is, it's a challenge, right? So most people who watch League of Legends have played League of Legends or are fans of it. And so this game could get some interest just because it has Star Wars written into the name somewhere, right? And that would be good enough to attract some people's attention. But then it has to be a game mode that's obvious enough for somebody who has no interest in the game to be able to understand what's going on to pull in further viewership. So it definitely has its challenges with how you would esport it and monetize it. But certainly the timing aspect is a huge part of it. And what he was referring to was this upcoming CG versus content creator. They have a really tough time limit on it. My understanding is you've got like, what is it, a half hour to play a full GAC with maxed out accounts. So an account with everything, playing against an account with everything, and you have a half hour to play. So basically where that leaves you is this Do you put defense? Do you purposely put timeout teams on defense to try to trip your opponent up? How much of the GAC can you really expect to clear? So you can put tons of your best defensive team down, feeling like it doesn't matter. Like the opponent's not going to be able to play against everything anyway. So I'll put down tons of good defenses, make it hard for him. If he puts down easy defenses, then I get to play more battles than him, and automatically I win. So that's a big component of it, because esports have to feel, if anything that you're going to be monetizing a viewership on, has to feel fast-paced. If it doesn't, people just change the channel, look for something else. So in that regard, yeah, certainly would have challenges, but I think I've said it before in my channel and on streams that I feel like they're missing an opportunity if they don't try to get to esport. But I think a 1v1 game mode, I think that's a better way to esport it. Like let's say you had 11 matchups to win, right? Best 6 out of 11. First person to win 6 wins the matchup. You would really have to have 11 fantastic teams. You would really have to think about the order that you're playing them in to draw out your opponent's defenses. So I think there's a different game mode that's going to better esport and monetize the game. But that's what I've thought about. That's what I would do if I were them, is I would focus on actual live 1v1 real-time matchups, get that sorted out, and then figure out some game mode behind that. I'm getting into Fleet now for a few days. I'm currently level 54, worried that the Malevolence people will take over my Fleet Shard. Am I going to be screwed in that Fleet Shard? Well, most people in your Fleet Shard should be where you're at. I don't think many people at level 54 will have had the currency or the time to get all 145 shards of Malevolence. But the people that did are certainly going to have a huge advantage over the people that don't. My advice, stick to the plan. Build your Geos, build your Vulture Droid, build toward Malevolence. You'll get there faster because you have some shards of it. But yeah, at this particular time, you might be in a bad spot because of the Malevolence event. But it doesn't change your plan any. Let's say there's 2 people that really just went all out and got the Malevolence. There were 2 people in my shard that went all out and got a full relic rebel fleet. Like, I'm not kidding. This guy in my fleet shard, I think if it wasn't right when the fleet shard started up, it had to have been, by the time I hit 85, this guy was up and running. And he has relicked even Biston and Scarif to relic 7, right? This guy just took his money, opened his wallet, chucked it down, and built relic 7. Look at this. He's now got relic 8 on all of his stuff. I just saw a relic 9 on his JML. This guy has money to spend, okay? But he has not stopped me from doing what I do in Fleet Arena. Still, every day, you know. Most days I get first place, some days I don't, but I can go through all these fleets. So you'll get there. You'll get there eventually. And, I mean, the next thing for this guy, he's spending whatever he wants to spend. The next thing for him is Executor. Once he gets his Executor, then all of us are going to be fighting for second place. Because that guy's not in the fleet chart, to my knowledge. He never softens his fleet. He never lets anybody buy. So if he gets Executor, then we're just all fighting for second place. And, you know, that's a bit rotten, but what are you going to do, you know? I don't think there's anything that I can do about it. So, yeah. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Because second place in fleets, still not a bad place to be. What is it? 350 crystals instead of 400? 375. So any place in the top 5. 300, 325, up to 400. I mean, even if you're getting 4th or 5th place, still, that's a lot of crystals. You know? Not bad. You'll get there. Malevolence without a Grievous is nothing. Yeah, Grievous has to be at least gear 11. Would you recommend putting a Zeta onto Vader's leadership? Yes, eventually. So there are times when it's nice to have Vader in the lead with his Zeta and keep the debuffs on. But there's more times early game where you'd just rather have Emperor Palpatine in the lead slot. Because you can do a Force Crush for free and then go into your Merciless Massacre, you get another Force Crush during your Merciless Massacre, which guarantees a good Culling Blade some point during your Merciless Massacre. So more often than not, you're just going to default to Palpatine's leadership anyway. But later in the game, there are matchups where you will want Vader's leadership. If by some crazy circumstance you want to be in a really low-level guild that's still doing the raids, Vader's leadership is a way to beat the original Rancor raid, because he does give Empire the ability to remove turn meter. So if you play him in this original Rancor raid, his leadership is actually really good for that. You can abuse it so that the Rancor never gets a turn. But since most people sim those raids anyway, I don't see a driving. Yeah, get it someday. It's good for someday. But, you know, maybe not for your first 2 million galactic power. All right. Misa Hugger says, how would you balance out the RNG and pay to win elements for esports? I'm aware of a game that is played competitively, and the characters... So, Clash Royale. Clash Royale is a little mini game where you collect characters and you build them up and you fight, and it's a short battle. And they have esported that. And the way that they've built it, when you're in a tournament, the characters all default to a standard level. So if you were going to esport, one of the things you could do, like they're doing right now, you just give somebody an account that has everything. You give them enough mods to outfit 100 characters, 60 characters, whatever it is that you want to control. And then the player has to pick the characters, pick the mods that go on that character, so everybody gets the same characters, everybody gets the same mods. You get a certain amount of time ahead of time to plan out what characters you're actually going to use, what characters you're going to mod, how all that's going to shake out. And then it's player versus player, and all of the other stuff goes out the window. So let's say you were running a tournament for placement, and you said, okay, the top 32 players get invited to play into something. Then everybody just uses their normal stuff, and it's pay to win. Then at the moment that you make that cut at 32, then if you paid to win and you don't have the skill to actually play, you'll never win the actual tournament. So that's a little bit how you can, moderate that by when you actually do whatever is the televised esport version of it. Everybody gets a leveled playing field, and it's up to you to figure out how to deal with it. And some people then will be more successful. Lol says, "Oh, to have money." Negotiator is better in theory, but Malevolence can beat anything. So Negotiator with a fully built Negotiator fleet is probably better. I don't like playing the negotiator fleet. It's just boring. It's really a boring fleet to play, I think. I mean, I have to play it on my Loquitur account now because that's what I've got. But I rather would have built Malevolence because it's a little bit quicker to play, a little bit more exciting, a little bit, let's say, I don't want to bring RNG into it, but because you get all those little ships, you're better able to deal with a dodge or a stun or something like that than you are on some other fleets. Two people in my shard have Executor, and I'm 1.4 million. Thankfully, they're nice. Yeah, no, that's cool if they're nice, yeah. I recently found the Fleet Shard chat on my main. The top 5 is run by very few Ukrainians who got offended when I asked about their fleets to help others. Rip. Yeah, some people are like that. Andre has to go. All right, see you later, man. Misa Hugger said I had considered giving everyone mods. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, there's good ideas. Negotiator mirrors are painful. Yeah, that's how I feel about it, Nick. It's just painful. It's just painful. And a little bit of bad RNG, and you're just hitting the forfeit button and starting over. That is some good stuff. If any of y'all ever come over to my house, I don't even know what to ask for. I was going to tell you to ask for the meatloaf, but I think my favorite thing that my wife's doing here lately, she makes lasagna in the crock pot, and it cooks nicely. It tastes great. But like all around the edges in the crock pot, it gets a little bit overcooked, and it kind of makes the cheese crispy. And I'm like fighting for that part around the edge of the crock pot. It tastes even better than the regular lasagna. So there you guys go. All right. Well, do you guys want to see? I've been on for a long time now since I joined Fatal at 5 o'clock. I've been streaming for 3 hours now, or at least on stream for 3 hours. So it's getting a little long for me. If you guys actually want to see Conquest on the main or something like that, I'll do it. But I'm probably going to close out the stream pretty quickly here. So let me know if you want to see me punch the time clock on the main. I'm still fighting through Sector 4. I haven't even finished Sector 4 yet. We're just at the end boss now. Defense penetration up 20 times. Armor shred 3 times. Defeat enemies in the same turn. No support units. 3 enemies in the same turn is the hard one. That is just really hard. Yeah, let's see. Support, heal over time, buffs, ruthless offense twice, healers, supports, stacking offense, and vitality. Now let's go in here with SLKR. Let's use the standard team. And let's just try to get the 3 kills at once. See if I can get that in my first defeat. Joey's going to go watch Kyber Council. Alright, see you later, Joey. Take it easy, man. Alright. We just got to ramp up damage and try to get a big hit with SLKR. Take out 3 at once. Just keep stacking. No crits mean you'll have a slow ult. That's true. That is correct. What would you use here, Griff? I could try C. We could try damage ramping with C and then eventually, you know, try to use his big area effect to kill everybody. That might work. That might work better than what we're doing right here. Do it with C instead. Let's see if we can get the damage ramped up high enough to do it here. If we can't, then we'll bring in C. We'll try it once with him. I still think I have more bro quests to do, so I could probably bring him in with the bro quest team. Oof. Get some stacks going on here. When he takes like 5 turns in a row, that's just, it's, I just, this is going to be brutal when he's a character and everybody has him. All right. We need Savage over here to gain some life. Gain some life, Savage. It looks like he will not be part of the 3 kills if I get it off here. Alright, let's get her worn down a little bit. And then we're just going to ramp damage twice. Alrighty. Wow, even with all that damage ramp, we're still not in very good shape. Alright. Let's hope crew can keep tanking over here for us a little bit. Alright, he's got armor shred on now. It's not going to go well. Six minutes left of ramping. This is the most exciting streaming you guys have ever seen. Griff says I use gas. C plus trio probably works well. Killing Bo-Katan stops the healing. I don't actually want to stop the healing. I want him to stay roughly the same, but just have enough damage to shred him in one hit. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it in the last Conquest. So I actually did it with SLKR on a big sweep. So as long as they're healed up, okay. So whatever I do next is probably going to be it. So we've got to try to get this armorer weakened. And then maybe when we go into the ult, maybe that'll do it. But I have a feeling we're going to kill Bo-Katan and not get 2 others. Which means that we'll have one chance to kill the others all at once. Patience. Okay. Let's see what we get. Okay. Basic? Nope. Too much. Too much. Alright, well, we'll beat it just to beat it and get on to the next zone. That's fine. Maybe should have done one more sweep before I went into the alt or something. What do we get here? We got garbage, garbage, and more garbage. Sector 5. Alright guys, well people are leaving. I don't think the majority of people want to see hard conquest at this point. And the boringness that entails. So I'm going to back out, end the stream there for now, and I'll keep you guys posted on the Loquitur account as I make more progress and go through those events. We'll make sure that they're recorded, get all that down for you guys, and probably at some point make one video of the whole sea journey if I can. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate your time. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Watch more stuff like this in the future. Especially join us on Discord. If you're not part of our Discord community already, get on over there. Hop into the Discord and be part of the team. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate your time. And I'll see you in the next Holocron.